Hi guys, this is Vanessa. Welcome back, all my beautiful, vibrant souls, to today's reading. So today we're going to be kind of answering a question pretty straightforward. It's pretty much going to be, what the hell is going on in this connection? This can apply to, something where you're interested in someone, a connectionship where it's not really like nailed down. Somebody that you're with, but there's just like some weird juju in the air, stuff like that. Or even just like if you want to check and be like, all right, cool, what's going on? We're going to be looking at the energy that's going on between you and your person, so use it as you will. Because I think we've all been there, done that. Yeah. So we can all relate to this feeling, and let's answer those questions about like what the fuck they doing. So we have 3 options to choose from today. We have option 1 with this lapis lazuli. I'm just making sure it's in frame so you guys can see. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm fabulous at putting things out of the frame accidentally. So group 1 with lapis lazuli. Group 2 with this lovely carnelian. Look at her, beautiful, bodacious baby. And group 3 with this amethyst. Spectacular. So take as much time as you need. You can pause the video if you need longer to meditate on the options in front of you. Tune into your energy, to their energy, to the energy you've cultivated together in this lovely connection. And when you have made your selection, go down to the timestamps in the description box to take you to your selected option, to your choice, to your pile here. So yeah. And with that, I'm going to get started with group 1. Okay, hi group 1. So I'm bummed because I actually had started recording this reading and then it like just stopped filming partway through because I like to try to be surprised by the cards. So I actually know most of your cards coming out, so I do apologize. But I'll say what I said before, which is if you were attracted to this lapis lazuli, I feel like there's a truth that needs to come out. I don't think this is ominous or that your person's hiding anything. I feel like this is something you're probably able to intuit. You're probably able to kind of like pick up on. And so this could be like, maybe your person has feelings that they need to express to you. Excuse me. Maybe your person is going through something that, you're aware of it, but it bothers them a lot more than they let on. Oh, sorry, guys. There's just something here where it's like the full extent of the truth needs to be shared. And I feel like this is at an emotional level. So let's see what you got. Well, I already know, but I actually don't know what this card is yet because I was saving that for the end. So you have Quincunx. That's in frame. Yeah. Is it in frame? Yeah, it is in frame. Okay, sorry. I'm really bad at you guys, so I wanted to make sure you could see it. So we have Quincunx with complexity. We have Sunstone in the sacral chakra with deep knowing, and this is card 6 in case that's important for you. We have time for change. It won't be strange. And the hands on the clock here are pointed to 2 and 1, so this would be 2:05. So this is a timeless reading, but the time I'm filming, February 5th, is right around the corner. The numbers 1, 2, or 5 could be particularly important for you. Excuse me. You have Never Enough with card 81, that reduces to a 9. And I'm just gonna get them all out. So you have the Queen of Cups. You have the Page of Cups reversed. And you have the Four of Cups reversed. Okay. So, excuse me. Sorry, guys. My asthma is just like really taking me for a ride today. Hang on, I'm gonna do one cough. You guys ready? All right, there we go. Got it. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so this is what I was saying before, and it's corroborated here. I feel like these are feelings that your person has that they need to talk to you about. They need to fully express. For some of you with this, you know, the Four of Cups, we see the 3 cups here, and then 1 is being poured out on the rose. That's like very protected. You might be friends with this person, and there's like this feeling of more between you. For some of you, there might be a third-party situation, not always the case, but I only say that because there's something here where with complexity, there might be other people involved, so this is making the situation more complicated, but I actually don't really feel that, right? What I'm feeling like is that your person has some really complex emotions, because with this Page of Cups, well, first of all, with this page and this queen, they see you as this Queen of Cups, regardless of gender or gender identity and expression. They see you as somebody who is loving, who is nurturing, who is warm, who's very in control of their emotions. I'm hearing very emotionally responsible, very, very mature, very intuitive again as well. We have, look at all the blue here, a little bit here, we have it here, it's everywhere. But they see you as this person. And so I feel like with this Page of Cups reversed, not only do they kind of feel emotionally, intuitively outclassed, but it's like they don't even, what I'm hearing is they don't even know where to start, right? This person, because look at all the alcohol, and that's not usually depicted in the Page of Cups in the traditional deck. This person may feel like they need to have a drink to like get the courage to talk to you. This person might like text you when they've had a few because they're feeling brave. But this person I'm getting to, this person daydreams about you a lot, like a lot. But they see you as this amazing queenly person, this very mature, very wise, regal kind of energy going on here. And I feel like as a result, they're struggling to come forward with their own feelings. And I feel like the reason why is because with never enough, excuse me, I feel like possibly in a previous relationship, or these could be childhood wounds, there's pressure put on this where this dude's literally cut his heart out to give it to her, and she's got like a shitload of hearts, and she doesn't really care, right? Excuse me. So they may have really emotionally invested in someone in the past, and like, again, treated them like a queen kind of a thing, like they've really put this person on a pedestal, and it just like kicked the shit out of them. And I feel like this is triggering for them because they are similarly putting you on a pedestal. And they feel like that, they genuinely feel like that, but there is fear in expressing it because there's fear of repeating past mistakes. And with time for change, they know that this is a different situation, and I feel like they're trying to know that, and because we can know things intellectually, right? But they're trying to know that in a very intuitive and emotional way. The sacral chakra is our water chakra. It's our empathy center and our emotions, right? They're trying really, really hard to, because I do feel like they have some sacral chakra healing they're kind of working on. They're trying really, really hard to be okay with those emotions. Right. I'm about to ruin everything. To be okay with those emotions, because we do have the Four of Cups reversed. And this is nice because, as you can see upright, there's all these cups, and then somebody's pouring out yet another cup, but there's this like glass covering which protects the rose, which in this deck always depicts love. Oof, excuse my burp, I'm sorry. But it's reversed. So this person's very, very aware of the fact that you're bringing, again, you're bringing a lot of love to the table. You're bringing an open heart. You're very emotionally mature. You're expressing your emotions, that you're showing up in a very emotionally mature way. And they know that they've been protecting themselves. They're understanding, at least at some level, that they're a little bit guarded. And they've been aware of this. And I feel like because this came out reversed, they're trying really hard to open up. They may have recently just like had an epiphany, or this might be coming up soon with this timing card. Because like, you know, we have number 6 here, and this is the number about, you know, balance, universal or unconditional love, you know, harmony, reciprocity in relationships. This person knows that you're really bringing it to the table, and that if they want to keep, you know, investing in this with you, they need to meet you at least a similar level, right? Like, they really do see you as this like ideal partner, this like very, very loving, kind person. And I feel like they know that you know this about them. So maybe they've shared that they've gone through some tough stuff in the past. So like they know that you know this about them, and they know that you're being patient with them in this situation. So maybe this is like you're waiting for them to open up more. You're waiting for them to kind of start talking to you more, sharing their emotions more, maybe like being more affectionate, because the Page of Cups is usually like puppy love, heart on his sleeve kind of a thing. And I feel like your person feels those emotions, but they're having a hard time expressing them to you because of this past energy. And they know that you know that. They know that you're aware and you're trying to be patient with them and you're trying to be very empathetic. But I feel like as a result, they're also feeling a lot of pressure. Like, I've got to turn this around. I've got to bring something to the table. I've got to get over my shit. And so this is why I feel like they're really trying, especially with the chalk here, they're really trying to rewrite what they're like rewrite their own programming about relationships, because I'm also noticing with this quincunx, the little glyph for it looks like a teeter-totter. Excuse me. So not only do I feel like they're trying to create balance and meet you halfway and bring something like a mature offer to the table or a mature emotional energy to the table, but I also kind of feel like they know that this relationship hangs in the balance. And that they're really, really trying to work through their stuff that's already kind of happened. So if you're kind of picking that up, I don't know how to move this a little bit. If you're kind of picking that up, that your person is like, this kind of has this energy of like, like, come on, come here. Your person may be taking their time, kind of dragging their feet, and it's definitely not because they don't care. If anything, it's because they put you up on a pedestal. They see you as the queen, and they see themselves as not even just a page, but the page reversed. It's like, I can't even do that, is kind of the energy. So they may also show you different, like, show their affection in different ways. Maybe their love language is like acts of service, or like, I'm like getting like small gifts. They might like to, like if you go out, they might like to buy your drinks for you or something like that. They might kind of offer to take you out, because this is the best way that they can think to show you, because we have bottles over here too. So there's something here where there's a lot of emotion, but you guys might go out for drinks a lot. You guys might kind of be in the same like circle of friends, things like that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. But this person tries to show you that they care in a way that they're comfortable with, but they know that it's time to level up if they really want to keep investing in this relationship in a way that's fair to you. And they're aware of this, and they're trying to kind of like get their stuff together. Excuse me. You know what's interesting? The Four of Cups, we have 4 cups on this table, which is not usually the case with the Page of Cups. So like this person's aware. I say he because of, there's a boy on the card. Your person is aware that they're kind of sleeping on this, or that they've been sleeping on this. And like the Four of Cups as well as the Four of Swords, when they're reversed, those are very much my like get your ass in gear cards. And this person's trying to kind of get it together. For some of you, if you are with this person and you're in an established relationship, and this is like, you're ready for, you're at this stage in the relationship, for some of you, you may have been talking to your partner about wanting to have a child, just because whenever I see a king and queen, or a king or queen, and then a page of the same suit, that's a parent-child relationship to me. So you may have been kind of talking to your partner about wanting to have a child, and they may have like, with this quincunx energy, they may have been like, oh, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. This person may finally be coming to you with this offer of being like, okay, now I feel like we're ready. And that would make sense with the sacral chakra, again, that divine feminine energy. I like how even the sacral chakra, like little symbol, looks like it's pregnant. That's what I think of every single time I see it. But your partner knows it's time to change. Your partner or your person knows it's time to level up. And they're preparing themselves emotionally. I feel like now, where there may have been a resistance before, there is a willingness to move toward that. And they're kind of trying to think about the best way to do that. So let's see what your final message is. You guys have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. This is really nice. I really like this. So I feel like this is spirit kind of saying like, try to connect with your joy, try to connect with things that make you happy while this person, kind of works on their shit. And I always say this too, like, if you don't want to wait for this person to get to this point, then don't feel like you need to. I think, you should always do what makes you feel empowered, and heed your own intuition and counsel above that of all others, including myself. But I always say this if you've ever gotten a personal reading with me, I'm like, choose the option that gives you peace of mind. If waiting around for this person gives you peace of mind, do that. If moving on gives you peace of mind, do that. So, really connect with being present in a way that makes you feel joyful, in a way that makes you feel happy. And again, that emotionally, in balance. I almost said the word restorative. So if you've been kind of like out of sorts because of this, do things that sort of bring you back into that energy of emotional balance. Excuse me. Because with, I attract support from the universe. I feel like Spirit's already got this. They're already on it. And you can just kind of like chill and sit, because like she's got her back to these cards, right? It's like you're doing your thing. The universe is going to take care of it for you. And I feel like either way, there's going to be some type of, I don't want to say decision, but there's going to be some type of like clarity, resolution, that's the word, some type of resolution in this situation coming up, whether, this person kind of explains what's happened to them in the past and said like, I think I need to take a step back, or if, which I don't feel like that's the case for most of you, honestly, whether this person's like, hey, I know I've been kind of non-committal, or I've been kind of hanging back a little bit, but that's because this happened, or I've had things in my past that have really been painful, but I feel ready to kind of take this a little more seriously. And I feel like this person's really going to make sure it's not about you. Like, they might not tell you everything they've been through, but they really want you to know that it's not about you. And I feel like they're going to make some kind of admission of that. So, like, this isn't that. They're just trying to deal with their shit in a way that they're not dumping it on you. So, I think this is just about everything I'm seeing for group 1. If you need help with your personal situation, please feel free to check out any of the readings in my shop link below. You can always DM me if you want a custom reading. I'm happy to do that. But this is just about everything I see, and I'm wishing you guys the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. And with that, I am going to move to group 2. Bye, guys. Okay. Hello, group 2. So you guys were attracted to this carnelian. I feel like there's something really fun, especially like, I don't know, this just feels like maybe not quite full on celebratory, but it feels like you guys are going to have fun. So if things have been serious, heavy, a little bit challenging, this feels like this is going to be a breath of fresh air. Excuse me. Like, I'm feeling like a weight off, like off your shoulders kind of a thing. So I already really, really like that. So let's figure out what's going on with your person. I did this for group 1 and I liked it, so I'm going to keep this where I keep this till the end, and that's like a final word of advice from Spirit. But let's see what you got. You have, oh yeah, okay, perfect. You have sextile with opportunity. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it's in frame. I always put things out of frame, so I apologize. But you have sextile with opportunity. You have, ooh, okay, you have root chakra, hematite, and culmination. This is card 7, in case that's important for you. Y'all got summer solstice, when the days are long and the nights are, what does that say? Hot? I cannot read. I think it says hot. I don't know. Sorry, the font done got me. Okay, sorry. When the days are long and the nights are hot, that's when you'll know it's time to start. All right, there we go. So we have summer solstice. You have bad attitude, card 64, that reduces to a 10. And for your tarot, you have, ooh, the 8 of Swords. The 3 of Wands. I love it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And the Page of Wands. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I noticed this recently, and I've used this deck a billion times, and I just had never noticed before. But this one, their numbers on it are, I don't know if you can see, but it's 891 and then 99. So either of those might be important for you. Okay, this is awesome for several reasons. one thing. First of all, we have culmination, and then we have the number 10 showing up. There's the end of a cycle. I will say, because we're having the end of a cycle, this new cycle beginning might not really fully take off until summertime, particularly summer solstice, which at the time I'm filming this, and this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming this, that's still probably about 4 months away. But I feel like things are steadily improving on the way to that point. So summertime might be very, very significant in this connection. I feel like there's been a really difficult cycle where one person, it's kind of this energy of like one person doesn't realize what they've had, right? Like they're kind of just not taking it seriously. They're kind of like dicking around a little bit. I feel like they just have been really pessimistic. And I don't know if it's like they've been kind of struggling with depression or like things haven't been going their way in general. But it's just like, excuse me, sorry about that. With the root chakra showing up, maybe they've been having issues at work and this has been distracting to them. Or they're having issues financially. But the root chakra also talks about feeling secure, right? With our place in the universe. And I feel like one person in this connection has just like been showing up and trying to give this opportunity, and like the other person has just like not really been seeing the potential in it and is kind of like maybe not like full on kind of throwing this away, but sort of just being like, I don't know. So they may have been kind of inconsistent in and out. I could also very well see that if this is a situation where it's like not a solid grounded connection, this is something where it feels like maybe there are other circumstances that have gotten in the way, or like one or both people in this connection have convinced themselves that there are other things in the way that would, okay, there we go. That's what it is. So I feel like for most of you, one or both of you have had like things that you feel are distracting or would detract from this relationship. And I feel like this has been kind of like a self-limiting or defeatist mindset. Where it's like, oh, I work too much, especially with this root chakra here. Like I work too much. I don't have time for a relationship. Or, I'm really trying to focus on my finances. I don't really have time. Especially too with this image where there's like the like, are they ruins? So they're not ruins, but they reminded me of ruins. So like, but it's not fully built yet either. So it's kind of like this energy of like, I'm building something for myself and like, I can't rest. I can't have like fun. I can't focus on love until I take care of whatever that is. Right. And I feel like your person, I feel like this is mostly your person. But I do feel like one person in this connection has been like really investing into this steadily with the 3 of Wands. We also have this little frying pan in here and there's like smoke coming out. So like one person's really been doing the work. Sorry, my immediate thing was gonna be like, one person's been hoeing it up. But one person's been really doing the work. Sorry. Woof, I'm feeling sassy today. One person's been really patient, been really doing the work, because we also have, even though this is the 3 of Wands, we have the 2 Wands right here. One person really sees the potential here, sees the opportunity, really sees everything that could come about, sees the positive energy flow, and they're willing to do the work. They're willing to be patient. They're kind of just waiting for their ships to come in. They're waiting. They've like passed through this portal, this like gateway energy, and now they're sort of waiting for what they're, what's cooking. They're waiting for it to be done. And I feel like the other person is finally can I just be saucy? Are we okay with that? I hope so, because I'm going to do it, okay? Out of love. This person's finally getting their head out of their ass. And I feel like they're finally ready to take this journey with you. They're finally getting enthusiastic about it. And I don't think it's about you. I think it's about other things in their life where they're just like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. Or like, I don't have enough money. I don't have, this or that. And I want to say too, these are both cards of like things being at a distance or needing to travel. So you could be long distance with this person as well. And they've kind of just been like, maybe they haven't really been investing into the relationship, because that's definitely a thing with LDRs. Like you really have to invest the time in, keeping up communication, these little gestures that you kind of have to engage in to make up for not being in the same like physical proximity, right? And there's just something here where like, it's really interesting too, right? Because in this deck, The snakes are always associated with the fire element. We have two fire signs or two fire cards right here. But there's also in this deck the death card, as well as the 10 of Wands reference the snake biting the boy. And so it's this energy of like transformation or ending a cycle, right? And so this feels like this person knows that by taking off the blindfold, by uncovering their eyes, by getting their head out of their ass, and like looking for being solutions oriented, not, you know, problem focused, that they can A, solve this problem with you, but B, excuse me, B, they're gonna have to like change and transform. And I think they know they're gonna have to do it, but they're kind of dragging their feet a little bit. Or they've been dragging their feet, and it's just like a perception thing. And again, it's not like personally about you. I think it's something about them and them not feeling like stable enough within themselves. They might feel like they're kind of like a page a little bit. You know, and the Page of Wands is fun and enthusiastic and excited, but the Page of Wands is not very grounded and not super stable. Like, you know, in terms of like they're you know, they seek out their passions. And we see this fire energy as well with the carnelian. And I feel like this person may have kind of just like, because we also have sunflowers depicted, and I love that sunflowers, you know, will point toward the sun. But there's kind of this energy of like chasing fun and chasing happiness, which is not a problem, but to the point where it has been hard for them to gain stability in their lives. And I feel like they've been in a cycle lately, especially with the 7 here being your spiritual lessons. They've been in a cycle where they've really had to work on tempering this energy with a little bit more groundedness, a little bit more stability. And I feel like as a result, any energy that they haven't been devoting to the connection is because of that. Excuse me. And I feel like they've kind of just been like, their perception about this connection, so especially too because she's throwing away the hearts, if you and this person are in separation and you're kind of trying to figure out what's happening, there's something else in their life where I'm almost getting like this sheepish, embarrassed feeling where like they feel like they're not enough, they feel like they're not good enough. So this honestly could have been a thing where they were like, you know, they kind of had like a little bit of a wake-up call where they're like, oh shit, I really got to work on my stuff here with this 3 of Wands and this this root chakra hematite energy. Like, I got to get grounded. I've got to get a little more serious. I've got to get like a little more stable. I'm sorry, guys. My asthma is just terrible today. And I feel like this is really what this person's working on. Because if you look too in the background, there's like no fucking trees here. And like trees and plant life are always indicative of abundance in the cards. And so I feel like they're kind of like, shit, I've really been chasing after, you know, my excitement, chasing after what makes me happy, hopping from thing to thing to thing. And now I kind of have like nothing to show for it, right? Because she's throwing away a shitload of hearts. So it's like, I did something I loved and then I moved on to the next thing. I did something I love, moved on to the next thing. And they're seeing that they haven't really like culminated, like, you know, they haven't really populated their life with a lot of things that they love and that sustain, like have longevity to them. So I feel like they've been working on this. So if this person hasn't been able to show up for you, excuse me, in the way you'd like or the way you deserve, they're figuring either they've had this epiphany and now they've been working on it and now they're ready to come back and connect more. Or if they've been kind of like hot and cold or they've been kind of distant, is because I do think it's about their material stability, but I think it's just also an attitude adjustment, right? It's their perception where it's like, maybe, you know, in the past they were like, oh, this is just how I am. This is just who I am. I just follow, you know, whatever I want to do. And there's some amount of that that's, you know, charming and lovely and wonderful. But I feel like they kind of like leaned on this image of themselves as a way of kind of not having to pay attention to the areas that they needed to grow in. And I feel like this connection, so maybe you're very career focused, or you're very stable, or you kind of wanted to like have more of that stability with this person. Maybe you wanted to move in together, or you wanted to like join finances. There's something here where like either they have had this realization, excuse me, and they've been working on it, or they are having this realization very soon. And like, as I very tactfully said, they're finally pulling their head out of their ass. And I feel like it's going to be a lot more like fresh energy. And it's going to be something where you guys are finally able to move forward with this. I know I'm like, but you guys are finally able to move forward in some way, shape, or form. Now, it is just the page. So, you know, it doesn't have the greatest longevity associated, but this is a new start, right? This is a beautiful opportunity. And there's, what I'm hearing is it's a fair fight now. And I don't mean that in like terms of a fight, but like it's, you're putting in effort, this person's putting in effort. Your connection now has a fighting chance where it did not before, or very soon will have a fighting chance where it would be like maybe you were putting in a lot of effort, excuse me, and this person wasn't really, sorry about that, guys. Okay, one cough. You ready? There we go. Thank you. Maybe this person wasn't, wasn't really reciprocating, or like you guys would have a lot of fun together, but then you'd have a lot of arguments. This feels like, things would be going really well and then they just like disintegrate, right? And I feel like you guys are heading toward a lot more stability because we have summer solstice here as well. Like I said, a major point of culmination might be happening around that point. So if you're like looking to move in together, especially with the structure here, if you're looking to move in together, you're looking to travel to one another, if this is long distance, you're ready to take the next step and build on this connection. I feel like this is going to be, either you're going to be like kind of planning for it now and then taking action in the summer, or this is going to be offered to you closer to the summer. But I feel like the attitude is going to be improving either way. If you are in separation from this person and it's all quiet on the Western Front, that's because they're working on their shit. And they may come back to you around summertime and be like, look, this is what happened. This is why I was acting like this. I'm really, really sorry. But I've really been working on X, Y, Z. I've been trying to be a more stable, secure person. So yeah, I think this person is getting their shit together. Because again, we do have culmination and we have a 10. So there is a cycle that is ending. So a new one can begin with this page energy. So I like that actually. So let's see what your final message is from Spirit. My energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. Yes, this is the attitude card all day, all fucking day, y'all. Yeah, this is really like, I think your person's kind of figuring this out. Is like, it's all about, excuse me, the attitude and the perception. They might be blowing something out of proportion where it's like they're judging themselves for it really hard and you really wouldn't judge them. So they're like pushing you away because they're like, there's something within themselves where they don't feel stable and secure. And I feel like before, excuse me, they kind of just were like covering their eyes, covering their ears, la, 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 and just like kind of blaming it on other people, or just again doing that thing of like, oh, I'm just like this is just how I am, instead of really taking the opportunity to have that very in-depth discourse within themselves and kind of look at their patterns. But I feel like your person is working on this, especially too, I'm really drawn to, there's a palette here on the sextile card and there's 2 snowflakes. I feel like your person finds you very colorful. They see a lot of potential in this connection. They feel very alive with you. They really enjoy when things are good. They really enjoy that. And I think with the 2 snowflakes, they see you, they feel like you're very unique and like you get them. So even though you're kind of different, you're the same as well. And they really, really appreciate that about you. And I think as a result, it might make them feel a little bit insecure sometimes, but instead of, sitting with that feeling and doing the work, I think in the past, they've just been kind of like, well, I don't need this, or like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And if this person wants to stick around, they will. And if not, boo. Or like, there's something where they were just really limiting themselves. Maybe this was like a self-sabotage instinct where it's like, I can't do this. I can't, go for that promotion. I'm never going to be able to, whatever this point of stability is they're trying to reach. I feel like they were kind of just like selling themselves short of like, I can't do it. That will never happen for me. I'm just not like that, stuff like that. And I feel like they're kind of figuring it out now. They're getting the understanding that their perception is what's going to set the tone for their actions, and their actions create the reality they experience, which also helps to influence their perception. So they're kind of figuring it out. And I feel like with this being the Page of Wands, they're kind of getting more adept with, they're starting out the process of learning how to manage their energy and manage their energy in regards to like the thoughts that they think, the actions they take, and it's becoming a little bit more like grounded. It's becoming, I think, fresher and a little healthier as well. So if you've been having some issues with your person over the last few months especially, I think this is probably why, because they're having to like really deal with some part of themselves that they find, what I'm hearing is that they find distasteful. And they're kind of like struggling and like rebelling against that a little bit. But I do see a positive shift and a change. And if you've been waiting for this person to get their shit together for a while, I think they're on it. They're working on it. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So I think that's everything I'm seeing for group 2. I hope this has been helpful. If you need help with your personal situation, please feel free to check out my shop. The link is in the description box down below. You can always DM me if you don't see a reading that meets your personal needs. Yeah, and it's been a delight to get to read for you. I'm wishing you all the best, brightest, and the most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye. Switch chair. Okay. Hi, group 3. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. My asthma's been like kicking my ass all day. So I apologize. So if you were attracted to this group with the lovely amethyst point, I feel like too, so this for me, because we have amethyst and this is always, you know, this is your intuition, your third eye chakra, and it's a point. This to me is saying your intuition's like pointing you somewhere, right? And for this group, I kind of feel like you might be getting a lot of signs, synchronicities, or like intuitive hits, but I feel like for this group you might be misinterpreting them or struggling to see them clearly, because we have like, you know, the purple on the end and then it's like very clear, right? So you might be struggling to see them clearly or struggling to trust them, but I feel like your team is trying to give you hints about this relationship and about where it's going specifically. So your person may have been kind of like, your person may have been like the strong silent type lately, or just in general. Your person may be very tight-lipped about what's going on. Excuse me. The energy may have been very slow. It's just not really moving that much. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what is happening. I almost feel like you didn't notice it for a while, and then now you're noticing it, and you're kind of like, wait, what the hell is going on? Yeah, it kind of has this energy that like, I feel like your person's like preparing to do something important, like have a really important conversation with you, maybe take the next step, you know, share something with you, offer you something, but they've been moving very quietly. Like I definitely see that, where it's like they've been very, very quiet about whatever this is. They're trying very hard to keep it under wraps. They're trying not to tip the scales too far in either direction. And I kind of feel like lately you may have been seeing more synchronicities about this, and it's kind of like you just noticed now where you're like, wait, what's going on here? What's happening? And I kind of feel like your team has been sending you signs about this for a while, and I don't feel like it's not like you're not listening. I feel like it's you just haven't seen it. So maybe you've been really busy or you've been misinterpreting the signs. It's just kind of like, it kind of feels like you're distracted with something else, and then it's like as soon as you know, you had this realization, you're kind of just like, wait, what is happening? What's going on in this connection? Where are we headed? What's happening? And I feel like your person's giving you jack shit. So, haha, spoiler, I'm going to tell on your person. So with groups 1 and 2, I was saving this card for the end because I like it. It's kind of like a little pep talk advice from spirit. But let's see what you have. You have, ooh, okay, Aquarius with the Innovator. Lovely. You have, there it is. Okay. Moonstone, Crown Chakra, Transcendence. This is card 1. Love it. I don't know, can you guys see that? Yeah. All right. You also have, oh shit, dog. Okay. This is your true twin flame. Remember your story and why you came. Oh my goodness. You have specialness. Y'all, they're looking at themselves. I love this. This card is really funny. This is card 75. That reduces to a 12, which reduces to a 3. In case that's important for you. And so for your tarot, you have, woof, okay. You have the Death card. Holy shit, you have the Tower. All right. I have so much to say about this. And You have the Two of Wands. What a twin flame card right there. Okay. So for some of you, if you've been wondering if this person is your twin, yup, there you go. I feel like because you both mirror each other, you find each other very uniquely special. There's like this, like, you both, especially with this Aquarian energy going on, yeah, come here. You both might be like really unique, a little bit eccentric, a little bit outside the box. And I feel like it's hard for you to find people that you connect with at a very authentic level. You both might be like kind of spiritual or very like open to spiritualism or just like very invested in your moral, philosophical, or spiritual beliefs. But I feel like it's something where it's like you guys are really introspective. You understand yourselves really well. And I feel like it's hard for you to find people that you gel with. And I think this is why you guys have bonded so well, is like you both have your own rich internal worlds, but you also, and that might make it hard to connect with other people, but you both have that, and you both connect in a way that is supportive of that, if that makes any sense. I feel like with the red here too, you may both really connect over your desires, your passions. Like, so if you have shared activities, shared goals, shared dreams, this might really be like what lights your fucking fire. But you both find each other very, very special. You both find each other really unique. And I feel like what I'm hearing is like both of you feel like the other one is a prize. And so we also have this crown chakra energy with moonstone and transcendence. I kind of feel like your person has been figuring this out, right? Your person has been understanding this, that you guys are twins, right? And I'm feeling the twin energy super hard here. Excuse me. And you know what? This is really fascinating. If you've ever gotten a personal reading with me and you've seen the Death card and the Tower come out together. So these are both cards about endings, right? But this one, as you can tell, is kind of like a sharp left turn, abrupt ending. And that's why it's actually associated with Aquarius and that Uranus energy. Whereas this is a much more gradual, organic change. This is like the Death card is the writing is on the wall, right? You kind of know it's coming. So when they come out together, to me, this is where there's this like crazy thing that happened, this like, again, sharp left turn, but it's actually something that you've been moving toward for a while. So that's why I feel like your person has come into the awareness of what this connection is, of how special you guys are to each other, and of how special your bond is, for sure. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You and this person may be in separation just because of the, you know, the twin vibes, but also with the Death card and the Tower, you may have had like this crazy separation. But I almost feel like this is what's coming in soon. So there may have been where you guys have been in separation for a while and it looks like it's just never going to happen. And especially with this version of the Death card, we have the rose, and roses are always connected to, you know, love. And it's like in the stars, right? So this is something where I feel like your person has come to the realization that the way you guys love each other is transcendent. It's beyond this lifetime, beyond this world. Sometimes when the Death card comes up in a reading, depending on what else comes out, this is like your connection transcends this lifetime, transcends death itself. And your person's getting very, very aware. I'm hearing you were meant for me. So your person's getting very, very aware that you guys are connected soul to soul, and even stronger than that. And I feel like that's unusual for both of you. I feel like you're both part of this, again, this kind of like Aquarian consciousness. And I feel like it's very, very hard for you guys to, like I said, find people that you vibe with. So you have this connection with each other, and your person, I think this is kind of that energy of why they've been really quiet with whatever it is, like moving forward. Because I feel like they had this realization, and like I'm noticing the boy laying on the ground. It's like it fucking floored them. So we also have the snake here too, and snakes are indicative of knowledge and transformation. And, you know, snakes also get that deceptive energy kind of tagged with them as well. I feel like this almost like slithered up, right? Because look, we also have the snake wrapped around this one wand. It's like this was like calling to him, or to them, excuse me. I said him because there's a boy on the card. It's like this was like calling to your person, right? It was like always there, and they're just not paying attention. And then I feel like they finally got it. Like it bit them. They're down. They're out. They're transforming, and they've been transforming. And I feel like it's culminating in this event, whatever this may be. It's kind of just like, oh, holy shit. And you know, I'm going to do something I want to know what this is. I'm going to pull you guys an extra card because I want to know what's going on here. Okay, so what is this tower about for group 3? I already pre-shuffled the deck because I'm not good at shuffling on camera, as you can see. Okay, we have, okay, the 6 of Swords reversed. I feel like this person has realized they don't want to let you go. You may have really helped this person heal, or there might need to be some healing in this connection. I kind of want to pull one more. I'm sorry. Spiritually nosy and all. But there is this realization of like, I don't want to move on from you. I don't care what it takes. I want to solve this. I want to fix this. Yeah, because strength is at the bottom. Your person has realized that even, I'm hearing, even if it's a total pain in the ass, I want to do it. Like, I would rather go through a million pains in the asses to get to you than have things be smooth sailing on my, like, without you. Yeah, King of Mofo Wands. What are we talking about here? Yeah, so this is where they're, and again, here's now the Cobra's like, I like how the Cobra's like, the snake is kicking the shit out of him here. The snake's running the show, and now the snake is like, no, like, the snake's calling him daddy. Oh my God. Like, oof, okay. No, but like, this is somebody who is fully, you know, emotional, or not emotionally mature. Well, yes, but like spiritually mature. And again, we have the 2 wands right here, the 2 flames. This is somebody who is fully spiritually grown and activated and aware. And this person has become aware of who you are to them. So if you're in separation, this person gets it. Whatever happened, they get it. And they're coming back with this tower energy. Like, especially with this number 1 here, they're coming back for a new beginning. They're coming back to start again. If you've been with this person, it's just kind of been like, you know, you're kind of like in this waiting decision-making mode. This person has made a choice, because you know, the King of Wands always has one hand in a fist, and that to me is like, he's determined. He's got his sights set on something and he goes for it. And this person, they're looking at you. They're looking at you, boo. I forgot to mention too, or maybe I didn't. We have Scorpio energy here and Aquarius. So I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that. And we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. But this person is like stepping into their spiritual power. They see you and they recognize you, and they're not going to give up without a fight. I don't feel like they're going to give up at all. It's very determined. Like, I am going after you. Excuse my burp. So if you haven't heard from this person in a while, they might kind of contact you. Oh, here we go. They might contact you and it might surprise the shit out of you. Again, both people are falling out of this plane. I feel like this hit them like a ton of bricks. If you're with this person and you're kind of just like bumping along, I feel like they're about to confess this to you, where they're like, I get it now. Oh my God, like, I know who you are. And they might not use those words, but they're going to tell you in a way that they're comfortable with how special you are to them, what this means to them. And if you've been waiting to like move forward in some way, like maybe you're in an established connection with them and you're waiting to like take the next step. I'm really hearing start a spiritual business, or like, you know, maybe with the tower here and the plane imagery, maybe like move somewhere, but this would be like a big move, not like, you know, within the same town. This would be like to another state, another country. There's something here where there's a big leap forward, and this person is gonna bring this up to you. And this also reminds me a little bit of Valentine's Day because of all the red, and it's very romantic. So I don't know if it's coming up soon. Again, this is a timeless reading by the time I'm filming this. This could be Aries season, Leo season, Sagittarius season. We are currently in Aquarius season at the time I'm filming this. Or I'm getting the Scorpio full moon in Taurus season might be an important time. But this person has become fully spiritually activated. They see you, and they see what you are to them, and they are making a plan, and they are not going to give up until they have expressed themselves and showed you that plan. They get it now, and I cannot say that more clearly. They fucking get it, and they're not giving you up, possibly at all, but definitely not without a fight. A lot of Mars energy going on here. So let's see what your final message is. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. Yeah, and with this King of Wands as well, okay, just make sure we're still in frame. Sorry, I bumped the desk a little bit. With this King of Wands as well, you know, there's an evolutionary process from the page to the knight to then the king and queen, and they're the most you know, evolved and mature and grown. This person may have kind of been a Knight of Wands before and been a little bit hot-headed, right? This person may have kind of, if they're feeling triggered, sort of be prone to, again, you know, kind of like lashing out or that anger. They may have kind of done a Knight of Wands thing where they take off and they go do something else. So if you've had some triggering in this connection, or it's been hard to fully like get it off the ground, this is because there's a lot of healing and a lot of growth this person had to go through. And I feel like it has to do with feeling very alone. This is why I feel like your connection probably triggered the shit out of them. Because they do see you as so special. And with this Aquarian energy, they're probably very used to being on their own. They're very comfortable with it. They might be a little aloof. And I think it's because they're very, very used to just being very, very different. I'm just noticing, pow, like you knocked this person on their ass. And I feel like it kind of forced them to do a lot of self-reflection. And if you look to, like, I know this isn't the meaning of this card, but there's the little frame where it's the heart and they're both seeing themselves. So I feel like you both needed to work on feeling proud of your uniqueness. And this is something that was triggered up within each other. So it might be like, you were really like, oh, I love how unique this person is. I finally feel like somebody gets me. And this person felt very uncomfortable with it. Maybe you both were just kind of like, you know, like you're having trouble seeing that within the other, but you sense it and you feel it. There's something where you both had to work on this, because I feel like you're both very, very unique. And it's hard for you guys to feel truly seen and heard. And I almost feel like this is like an energy thing. This is a spiritual thing. This isn't something that it comes out in words. This is something that lives beneath the words that you exchange. So even if you're very different on the surface, or even if you lead totally different lives, I feel like you share this energy, and that's why you guys are so drawn to each other. And I feel like this is, again, about, because look, their arms are intertwined. It's like you guys have an important bond with each other that helped, like your bond together helps one another find that self-love, because you're mirroring it back to each other, right? So like all the qualities you appreciate about each other, you possess yourself. And I feel like it's really helped both of you to engage in this healthy balance of you know, self-love and love for one another, right? Of attachment without being too attached. And this is really nice. Because again, I feel like especially with Aquarius here, you may be prone, either one of you might be prone to kind of being a little bit detached, a little bit hard to pin down, because you feel very kind of alone, or, you know, you feel like your truest self is like not fitting in. It's kind of eccentric to the point where that's, you know, not a good thing. So, you know, there's really beautiful shit happening here, I gotta say. So congratulations to you guys who picked pile 3. Yeah, I think that's just about everything I'm seeing here. I'm going to conclude it and, you know, call it while we're ahead. If you need help with your specific, you know, personal situation, please feel free to check out my shop link in the description box below, and DM me if you are looking for a custom order. I'm happy to do those. It has been an honor, a joy, and a delight to be able to read for you guys today, and I am wishing you the best, brightest, and most beautiful things that life has to offer. Take care, love bugs. Bye.